Stan, WB2LQF, and we're in my 2000 Volkswagen New Beetle on Interstate 84 heading west toward High Point State Park in High Point, New Jersey. That's at the intersection of three colonial states, Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey. And that's an 1,800-foot high mountain with beautiful views in 360-degree direction. And that's where I intend to set up my mobile at rest operation for today, using my brand new little KX3 and a 20-meter car, commercially manufactured end-fed dipole, mounted on a 33-foot MFJ fiberglass pole, creatively attached to the back of my car. We'll see that later. And we're hoping to have some fun here before the predicted late afternoon thunderstorms show up. I used to operate mobile in motion, CW. I'm a little older now, and I live in a very populated area of the country, and in addition to that, you got all of this talk about distracted driving. And while I like to think that I never drove in any sort of a distracted manner, the reality is that anytime you're trying to do two things at the same time, there's always that possibility. And I'm just not as sharp as I used to be. I can't think of another way to phrase it. So I think from this point on, I will operate mobile at rest. Now, you know, that whole concept sort of led to a little design here of what I'll call my mobile operating desk right here. I'll show you that in more detail later on when I can pay full attention to it. Both hands on a wheel here. Alrighty. I sort of got to thinking, if I am going to operate only mobile at rest, I got more options. I don't have to be loading up a ham stick with about 10% efficiency. And I don't have to drill holes in my car and try to mount a rig under the glove compartment or something like that. There's precious little room in all these modern curvy automobiles. I can do better. And that's when a friend of mine, a fellow also named Stan, who's good with a welding torch, built a mount which is attached to the rear of this car on the tie-down ring for that 33-foot MFJ fiberglass pole. And on that fiberglass pole, I can attach any of the end-fed PAR antennas I own, 20 meters, 12 meters, 17 meters. Or I can attach an end-fed wire using the car plus some additional wires and counterpoise, and I can tune it with my SGC 211 battery-operated autocoupler for all-band vertical performance. Or I can use my ladder line fed, homemade ladder line fed, 44-foot doublet, specifically designed for portable use. I can set up in a parking lot. I can set up in a rest area. I can set up in a state park. I can go just about anywhere I want. When I'm not in a mood for hiking or, you know, trekking through the woods, I can just set up and operate right from my car. Now, am I portable or am I mobile at that point? I sign /mobile because I look at it this way. The antenna's attached to the car, even though I can't drive away with 33 feet of it up in the air. And I'm drawing my power from my automobile battery. So I figure /mobile is an appropriate way to sign myself, and I'm usually in a parking lot, or somewhere at least where I can get the car legally onto the ground. So, as we proceed toward High Point, New Jersey, I'll just end this portion of my little video segment, and catch you a bit later. Okay, here we are at High Point State Park. I just got nailed $20 to get in here. But I suppose if you want to enjoy nature today, you live around here, you're going to pay for it. Nice scenery. Well, here we are at High Point, New Jersey. Looks like somebody else had the same idea I had, but I don't think we're going to be interfering with each other. There's a monument at the intersection of 3 of the original 13 colonies, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. And here's our 360-degree, absolutely gorgeous view. Holy cow, look at that. You can see for miles and miles and miles. 1,800 feet above sea level. Alright. Now, let's begin by me introducing you to my little mobile desk here, okay? This is a result of one great big cardboard box from Home Depot and an X-Acto knife and a straight edge. I cut up the template, and if you notice here, this piece of wood, it just fits right down into the long horizontal handle for pulling down the glove compartment. And then there's feet here that rest on the seat, passenger seat. And then in actual use, I can sit with great comfort here in the car. And I got a place for my arm, place to write. Got a little light here for night use. This upper shelf is where I normally would have my K1, my K2, or even my K3. And then down here is for my arm and my paddle, my bug, my straight key, whatever I want to use. But of course the KX3 has altered the paradigm significantly. Ain't gonna work up there, especially since the little paddle, if I choose to use it, is attached to the front of it. So we'll have to see how that works out for the first time using my mobile desk. But I'm sort of proud of this contraption, because I can sit in the comfort of my car when I really don't feel like walking out in the woods, leaning against a rock, or setting the card table up somewhere. So how about we get the antenna up first, okay? The antenna conveniently sits on the seat back here, and hard not having somebody else to help me out, but that's alright. If you don't mind a jiggling camera, I'll just give you a running commentary. Back here. Okay, first things first. There's a mount made by my friend Stan. And you look under there. There's a tie-down ring they use to tie this car down when they transport it. I used an adaptation of Phil 85X's article in a QST a couple of years ago. Made a mounting plate. Stan put this thing together for me. This is just a fill pipe, and the fill cap keeps the rain out. Down there's even a drain hole, and into that will go this 33-foot MFJ pole. Okay, there we go. Okay, tell me that's not the easiest thing in the world. There you go. Got shadows here, don't we? Okay, it's sitting here in the car. It's all set to take the antenna. Alright, antenna. Here's the antenna. Just put the camera down a second here. In fact, maybe I could just set it on a rock. Oh yeah. Come on, folks. Okay, can you see me? A couple of pieces of Velcro here. Take this apart. This is the par Actually, it's now manufactured by LNR Precision at www.lnrprecision.com. It's a 20 meter end-fed dipole. Same gain as a regular dipole. It'll be vertically polarized. The worst part about it is if you don't take your time winding it up, you can have a little bit of a challenge untangling it like I am right now. We got a few hours before the storm rolls in. I figure I'll get a little bit of warning up here. At least I hope I do. Oh gosh. Haven't perfected that technique yet. Now, this is already trimmed 1:1 SWR for 20. So I'm just going to slip this down over the top. Right. And then start pushing up the poles to a 33-foot height. Nice thing here is the footprint. Very, very small footprint here. Everything is on the car. I don't need any more room than the car needs to be parked. There we go. And we got a 52 ohm feed line here. Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to close the trunk here. Okay. There's my vertical antenna. Okay, looks kind of stupid, doesn't it? But by golly, it works. Alright, now under here, there we go. Here's a K3 you hold in the palm of your hand, huh? The Yellowcraft KX3. And she is all hooked up. This WR is 1.4 to 1 out of the box. Now let's see, let's try to hit that with the antenna tuner. To 1. Okay. Now we'll go look for some signals. Look at that, would you? Look at that, a bear. I can't believe that. Wow. You looking at me, buddy? Huh?